Whew, thank goodness somewhat behind the clouds in the shade. It's 90 degrees out here and muggy, and a hot breeze blowing the mugginess around. Yeah, I think all the cool spring days are gone and it's still spring. Welcome to Southeast Louisiana. Well, hey there folks, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees in the heat because it's hot. Not as hot as yesterday. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Hopefully put that Celsius reading up there, as I can't equate that in my head, but all I can equate is the temperature is miserable is what we call that. Anyway, not bad yet though. So need to run out real quick and check some nukes. Yeah, so I got these nukes, guys, and I hope they're not too ornery. I'm just gonna throw a veil over real quick. Been hearing a lot of complaints about bees being ornery. People say, man, your bees, my bees are getting after me, on the mower. Mine did too. And this flow, the privet was starting to really bloom big, and they had stopped loading all that nectar, which I suspect was blackberries. And I'm not so sure what the privet did now. It had an extra few days I hadn't been in. We'll find out this weekend, but I don't know. Everybody's bees are a little ornery, and they shouldn't be, man. When that privet blooms, you're out of sight, out of mind to them. So I don't know. So hopefully they're not ornery. We're gonna go over here to a little nuke. I have not checked it yet. Not even sure it will have a laying queen just yet. We're gonna go see if we can find out. But the bees are working and working. So let's go take a look at some nukes. Now, why do I have these nukes and what am I doing? Well, you guys have seen I split nukes off as a swarm prevention method. Just a little way to keep them back, and it also provides resources in my yard. I've usually try to get cells in. I think every one of these has had a cell. Sorry about the smoker, I'm just still getting it going. But yeah, so I keep them in the yard, and when I get to a certain point in the year, I don't need as many as any resources. I don't need a ton anyway, and I begin to sell them as I can and make sure they got good laying queens, and finally get to a point where we're almost at that part of the season where I'll just sell them all. And what I don't sell, I'll overwinter, and you know, probably get them in a 10 frame, because by the time they're ready to sell, they need to go in a 10 frame, so I'd have to get them in 10 frame. So that's the deal on these nukes. I don't keep a bunch. I'm not a nuke producer or anything. I just sell my excesses to keep my numbers manageable, because I work a full-time job. Yeah, so it's very windy. Got storms moving in. Don't know how we're going to be able to do this weekend with inspections, but man, it seemed like the privet just didn't seem to be producing that first week I was in. Hopefully when I go in this week, I'll see some additional nectar coming in, because after the blackberry seemed like they shut down. Got this little hive tool I'm gonna try today since I have my gloves on. Pretty neat. If I have to put my gloves on and get my big one. But Bohemia apiary. That's Jason with Bohemia Bees on YouTube. And I apologize, Jason. Honestly, I forgot I had this in the honey house. It was with the little hive, and I said, man, I need to bring this out. And this would be perfect for what I'm doing today. But anyway, man, he's a cool beekeeper to watch. He's got a lot of knowledge, big operation going over there. So really worth checking him out on. I know that. And I appreciate the little hive tool. I'm gonna try it out. And you don't have gloves and all, it's probably a little easier to handle. So, and this one looks pretty poor. Bad thing about looking at new queens is they like to fly. This little tool is pretty cool. That's fresh nectar. That's a positive thing. So maybe the privet did start coming. You won't see a lot in a small colony like this because they're just not that big. But only looking at nukes today. Not gonna look at my supers. And anything that doesn't make, I'll just shake the bees back somewhere else. I'll do something with them. I don't worry about it too much. Selling is not my priority. It's just their excesses, so why not sell good nukes to people that need them? And I didn't bring a flashlight, and I'll get that on the next few nukes, but I don't see any eggs. I don't see much of nothing in here so far. Very low population, which is to be expected. This is a very late nuke I pulled. They got the middle polished out, so I might be looking for a virgin. So for now, I think this one is so far nothing, which I'm probably a little bit early on them. And the population is going to drop a lot faster now with the bees trying to get out and really work. Workers that they did bring and have with them, which should have been few. And polished shells, but no eggs. I'm going to leave it alone. They're not acting too crazy, but they also don't look too promising. But We'll just put them back together and leave them another week or two and see. I am in this one a little bit early. Alrighty folks, here we are at Dog Pen Green. This one I saw a little queen in. They got comb stuck in it. They had good numbers, but no eggs. She wasn't laying yet. See, they're already building comb. It's loaded with bees, so if she was laying and had some good brood, this thing would be ready to sell. I do have a couple buyers ready for the nuke when they're ready, but this one I'm not holding out a lot of hope for. We're gonna find out. Yeah, I'm seeing eggs, so I want to find her. This is all a bunch of old brood. I'm seeing eggs, so I can't sell this until I see a brood pattern and at least get a couple frames of brood. That would just be not good business. There's the queen right there, tiger stripe. So we're gonna catch her and mark her. I think we'll catch her. Let's let her get out of that corner. There we go. Let's get her by the legs. Here we go. We're gonna throw a dot to her real quick. Oh goodness gracious, she done got away from me. Alright, I got a better grip on her now. So I just take a dot. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have her in the camera. Don't want to blow too much on her. We'll let her go. And there she is, back in the colony. And so she's marked. She's laying, but I'm gonna put a mark by her that, yeah, she may be, ow, she may be laying, but she ain't laying good. Yeah, I crushed that bee with my finger accidentally. Nope, this one's better. This one's full of eggs, so that's good. So let's see what she does. Oh yeah, this one's full of eggs too. This one's full of eggs too. All right, so we'll mark this one marked. Not ready, and see what they do from there. All right, the note on this one, this is the yellow by the pen. It's marked and laying, but we got to see if she's got any kind of a good pattern, so we don't need to mark her. So we're starting to cap up the brood, but it's a little patchy because this is a lot of pollen in here. So but that's not bad. Oh, I like that. Okay. I got a buyer for this one and for a second one if it's ready. That's nice. I like that. That's a good one. And this queen came from 18. She's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're good. A little more emergence maybe, so they'll have more bees when they get it, because they need to see bees. They don't need to have a halfway filled nuke, but goodness, look at this. I'd say, remember I told you number 18 was going to yield some good ones? The holes you see are backfilled nectar, that's it. Other than that, she's doing all right. Same here, there's pollen and nectar all mixed in. You get that when you do these mix and match frames, when I'm pulling them off a hive, just trying to get swarming under control. I'm not necessarily picking the best frames, and there you go. You don't get the best ones, but a little bit of an emergence, and this one will be good to go. Yeah, there she is. Goodness gracious, there she is. She was hiding. I saw her. Okay, let's get her back. Right, so this one looked bad and sounded bad. You know how that look is? They just and they're groaning and doing what they do, and they are just all over the place. It just didn't look good. I don't have confidence that this one is any good. And they still look the same. They're still just, and it may be they just don't have a queen yet. So let's not jump to conclusions, of course, but I don't know. Maybe she's out. We'll look. We'll still look for her. Oh, see there? Oh, where would they have come from? They had to have a queen here at some point, or those didn't ever emerge, but they would tear them down. So something's up. I have to look back when I put her in here, or put a cell in here, and they're getting pretty nasty. So that's sign enough that I just need to leave this one alone. So yeah, they still don't look good. Might be a write-off, not a big deal. That's what I'm doing, guys. Let's go check another one. And then another. And then another, and another. This is one that actually looked bad. This was the other one that looked bad. But it's got bees. But it did not look good. Boy, there's a lot of poison ivy. and I can just look at that stuff and break out. When I was a kid, I'd crawl them riverbanks on the Withlacoochee River. Buddy, that poison ivy didn't even faze me. As I got older, oh, I can look at it and break out. See, they're kind of loud in there. There's something about this one that didn't look right last time I was in, is all I got written down, so I'm not sure. I don't know, they got everything polished up. And she should be laying, unless something happened and they made emergency cells. There should be a laying queen by now. What I see with this frame is this entire area is polished. There's a queen right there, never mind. They're waiting for her to start. She's not mated, she looks small. I see a bunch of polished cells, so that tells me they're trying to get her ready. There she is. There she is. I'll see if I can get her on video. She's small. She's a virgin. Putting her back. That's a good sign. So we at least saw a queen. We got the bees to last for a little while longer, so we're done here. This queen is one I want to check to see how well her brood looks. They were small, unfortunately, but I marked her. See, the numbers are not very big, so there's a good center mass of them. Let's see if we got any. Oh yeah, okay, she's doing good. There's a pollen and brood frame. She's got that patched in and laid in really good. They've capped it really nice. That's a nice pattern. Number 18 queen once again. Oh, there she is. She's on the frame next door. There we go. Go. All right. She's a good one. Good on that one. Her brood looks good. So I'm going to mark those two as doing well and move to the next. All right, this little nuke. I was kind of concerned with this one too. I put that, I saw a queen, like I did that virgin earlier, what I thought was a virgin. It appeared to be a virgin. And she wasn't laying, obviously. She was small, so she's had a week. The bad thing about this one is, this one probably, if she does start laying, we'll probably build her up and overwinter her, because I don't know if they'll build up. And here in another couple weeks, it's not going to be really worth selling nukes. So that first one we saw, that little queen, and this one, I mean, unless somebody wants them late, I'll sell them if they build up. But I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm seeing the eggs and larvae. Oh yeah, she's packing it in. Hold up. Oh yeah, we got a laying queen in here now, so we can mark her. We can find her. This is going to be at least 4 to 6 weeks before we see anything significant, because the population's so low. I can boost them, no doubt. And if I get somebody and I run out of nukes and I still have somebody still wanting one, I can boost it and let them know, look, I'm gonna boost it. Give me a week to boost it and go from there. But other than that, nah. Population's too low. But we'll still mark her and let her build up and see what happens. Like I said, may have somebody wants one late. There's always somebody wants to start one late. It's just so hard to start in the summer. You got to feed, and it's small, and once you're feeding a small colony, you got to watch for robbing. So many factors. That's why you start in the spring. Golly, there's hardly any bees in here. But they're bringing in nectar. There's enough to bring in nectar. Yeah, this is, I might boost it up regardless, just to do it, to help them out. I am excited she's laying though. That's a good thing. At least she did come through, and she can build. I don't know, I have to look what cell I put in here. She's got to be on this frame. There she is. I knew she had to be. I've been hunting too hard. I'm gonna go ahead and mark her. She's a nice looking queen. All right, so a little bit here. All right. Got this one here. Green. Thing is, she's marked and laying, so this is one I want to see if it's ready to sell. It's another one, so this will be the third one to see if we're ready to sell. Yeah, a lot. Now this one's got a lot of bees, so this one should be ready. All right, it looked like a pollen frame. I know this one's laying. She had eggs and was laying good. She just didn't have any capped brood. So I'm really looking for her and to see what her caps, if they capped it, what it looks like. It's starting to cap this one. It's laid full, but it's got a lot of nectar mixed in, so that's going to cause it to be a little bit spotty. That one's slapped full of larvae. Just look up for her, the queen that is, because there's a lot of hers on here. I don't see the one her on here. I'm not capping much of it yet, so I'm gonna have to wait a little while. I just started laying when I got her out of here last week. This entire frame is milk brood. You can't see it because we're a little overcast, but this entire frame is milk brood. Basically, I'm seeing a bunch of milk brood larvae, but nothing capped yet. I have this queen marked already. Oh yeah, full, man. Woo! Plenty of eggs. Plenty of larvae. There's the queen, so she's still alive and well. She's right there, kind of walking on the bottom. There she is. You can see her yellow dot popping out every now and then. And she's laying it up, but I don't see any capped brood. I'd rather see capped brood. So while this one has the numbers, it doesn't have the brood capped yet. So I got 3 that are ready to go in a matter of a week to 2 weeks, depending how we do it. Alrighty, one more to look at. This one we're going to now, I did not check the date on when I put the cell in there, but I want to say it's not much different than the very first one we looked at. So it may not be panning out just yet. Looking in the trees, see if there are any swarms. Alright, I don't see anything. I like coming out here and not seeing them. Sometimes I just don't look up, and that way if you don't look up and you don't see them, you didn't have a swarm, right? The adventures of beekeeping. It's fun. Sometimes it's aggravating, and sometimes frustrating, and sometimes wonderful, and sometimes just exhausting. It's just, it covers the entire spectrum of emotions. So I don't know what the date on this one was, so let's just open and see. I don't have any notes on this one yet. Alrighty, here we go. We're in this one. I don't remember where it came from. I have to look at my notes. But we're gonna see what we got. They're calm. I put this in the middle. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. Now they're getting a little beesy. Remember, they don't get antsy. Ants get antsy, bees get beesy. Now they're getting a little loud. Now they're getting a little noisy. All right, I see a center that's wide open and dry and polished. That's, like I say, a good sign. And I see a virgin right in the middle. Y'all see her? I don't know. There she is. Y'all see her? So we got a virgin in here. That's good. And that's about right. I think that timing is right. This one is a little ahead of the other one. So we're going to put her back and call this somewhat successful. All right, folks, I think that's it. 3 of them are out there, can be sold. I thought, and yeah, three of them can be sold. 1 has not capped all the brood yet. The 2 that have capped brood have not emerged enough yet, but we'll see what we do and go from there. But all in all, pretty good news. Just going to be some that are very late and may not be sellable. Next year, I can sell them if they overwinter fine. I can sell them mid-March, and they'll go like quick, and they'll be blown up. Or I can use them as resources at the beginning, but I'll be making splits anyway, so who knows? Who knows what we'll do with them? We'll figure it out. I hope you enjoyed this trip out with me. If you did, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you don't mind, of course. It's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful day, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.